This is Crystal Hill with another fireside chat from one of the authors of Healing the Wounds of the Past. And as you know by now, here at Hill House Publishing, we are committed to raising the vibration on the planet, one person, one story, and one book at a time. And I know, Basha, that is something that you're very aligned with. Welcome.
Welcome. Nice to be here.
So I'd love for you to share with everyone just a little bit about your background and how you came to do the work that you're doing now.
Well, thanks so much for that. So, Crystal, I've been a transformational agent, a change agent, all of my career, ever since I was a little child. And whether or not it's in business, in the corporate world, talking to people, if there was something new to do, something to create, let's go and do it, especially if it fosters some improvement. And so I've always had that slant. And I have now really taken that to the personal level for personal wellness. And as we all go through our life transitions over time, there are certain things that we go through. And I have really spent a lot of time based on my experience, but also to provide some insights on how best to navigate those changes. And my chapter deals with a key element in all of this change as we transition, and that is facing and understanding fear toward empowerment. I mean, it is really the golden ticket if you can do that in so many ways.
And I really love the way you're writing about that in your chapter. You're really defining what that is, and you're giving the reader, like, is it 5 steps of how to create that change from fear into empowerment, right?
Yeah, I actually give 10 tips and
10. I couldn't quite remember. Yes, 10
10
tips.
tips.
Even better.
So it's a great framework. And the idea here is for anyone who's feeling stuck or feeling a bit like they're not getting what they want to get out of life, feeling a bit underwhelmed, feeling like, um, yeah, they're maybe blocked, fearful of moving forward, and really wanting to have a change, then this framework actually provides you with some areas to just delve into to try to understand the emotions that you're feeling. And that really, in many ways, there's some really good intelligence coming our way. And if we know how to access that information in a systematic way, there's a process because we are actually, by nature, human, our infinite nature is really our spiritual being is really what it is the longer view of who we are. And we're just having a short time here on earth in our human experience. And so I provide some tips on how to connect to our divine self. And in that way, it helps to provide better context to what we might be experiencing. And then some really good lessons of, how to really embrace the heart, what the heart is telling us in terms of the language, because it really is a source of truth. Um, but also to learn how to face what we've been holding inside because it wears us down and it causes us to attract more of things that we may not want to have because we're heavy weighted energetically, and then how to acknowledge that and lovingly release it. And I do spend some time talking about fear, and because it shows up in many different ways, and sometimes it's not just about things that we don't like, but typically it's a feeling we don't like, but it could be from stepping forward, keeping us in the same place, and so forth. And so really to really create a life and be in a life that you truly love just requires, being in control and knowing what it is that is showing up and how to move through some of these more uncomfortable phases, but to understand that it's all part of change. And there's ways to making it easier. It is a great process. And throughout our life, I'll just say one last thing is we're really being schooled at letting go right until our final exit when it's time to let go. And um, there's a beauty. We have to let go of everything when we die, and it's really, really nice to be able to do that in a way that is really empowered acceptance because we feel very good about ourselves and connected to who we are. So,
Mm.
So the 10 tips go through quite a bit, and they're quite systematic. They tell a story. I think they hopefully they'll resonate. My chapter is really meant to really help those who just want to feel or have a way of being able to navigate out of, their terrain of darkness or contraction, of trying to feel small, so that they can step out of it and feel a little bit broader in what it is
And
they're
you're coming
experiencing.
from such a deep place of wisdom, aren't you? You've got this massive corporate career behind you, and you've truly
Yes,
done this massive transition into now
yes,
working for yourself and trained as a healer and an intuitive and activator. So there's such a wealth of wisdom that you're bringing to the chapter, but also to your clients. Just in one or two sentences, what is your intention for the reader when they read your chapter? And you mentioned letting go already, so maybe just summarize that for us.
sure. So I'm hoping that in reading the chapter, everyone who does, they'll find it relatable, and it will give them some really good light and some shine, some breakthroughs. If it's just one way, a change in perception of things, of how you might look at what's happening to your own life, be more aware so that you can make a change and be deliberate about it, I'll be so happy, because it only takes one small step to be on the path of really good change. And that one step is really, really important. And to have a different context for fear, because fear often is about the unknown. And there's some bravery in moving forward for sure, but it's a good thing. And there's when we feel our heart is expansive and it's to areas we love, we know we're on the right track, and we're meant to really experience so many beautiful things in life and to just evolve. And then we will have another experience behind us, and we will be even that much more skilled to go on and to try new areas of personal growth and development.
Beautiful. So if anybody, not anybody, so if you would like to read Basia's chapter, it is going to be live tomorrow on Amazon. The links will be all over our social media. So go and check it out. Go and support Basia and all the other incredible healers that have found their way into this book, so that we can all heal the wounds of our past.